glass piece lifted up, that's just, this is just that front part where the pilot would sit. Isn't that crazy? But seriously, I don't get it. Why would they build this giant airplane and only have one seat? What do you think, Tyler?
Cool.
Pretty cool, huh? Very cool. All right, Allie. So, Allie, who normally would sit in this seat? Who's flying the plane? Probably the pilot, right? Yeah. What do you think all those buttons do?
Turn it.
Yeah, maybe it turns the airplane. That's pretty cool, huh? What do you think that stick does? Maybe turns the plane left or right? Do you think it's like driving a car? No, it's not.
Because it has way too many buttons.
There's too many buttons. It's pretty crazy. It's way more buttons than a car, right? Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever sat in a cockpit before? No? What do you think that lever up there does? You want to try pulling it? That white one, what do you think that one does? I don't know, it says drag chute. Maybe that's like to slow down the plane or something.
Stops it.
What do you think it stops it? Maybe. You're probably right. Very cool.
This turns it on and off.
Yeah. Does that say battery?
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty important part of the plane, don't you think?
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, should we give someone else a turn? Got it? You guys want to go in? What was your name? I didn't catch your name. Lily. Hi, nice to meet you.
Whoa.
Hop on in. Pretty cool. Look at that.
There's a lot more than.
It's a lot more than you thought?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess whoever's sitting there, probably the pilot, can control that whole gigantic airplane just by sitting in here with all these buttons, right?
Probably.
What are some? Can you read off what some of that stuff says in the front there?
So there's guns, camera, missiles, camera.
A lot of cameras. They probably need to see where they're going, huh?
Engine pressure, cruise, takeoff, and stuff.
Very cool.
And yeah.
Wow. How do you think it goes so fast? Miss Amanda was explaining how it goes so quickly, huh?
The engine.
Yeah. Very cool.
Great.
Thank you. Yep. You okay? You're good. All right.
So I have a question that you might not be able to answer, but
Probably.
when it's an emergency, does the top fly off or does it just open like a crack?
You know, I think we can ask Miss Amanda, but I think what normally happens is this seat, I think this would open and then this would be like an ejector seat that would come out too. If like it's an emergency and the pilot needs to get out quickly.
Because most times like it flies off, just so like he can jump out fast enough.
Well, and I think the pilot's normally strapped in here and the seat kind of ejects out so that the pilot is still kept very safe. So I think our company makes the ejector seats for these two, so pretty cool. Have you ever been in a cockpit before?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think they had one at the Washington Air Museum.
Very cool. Very cool.
Or maybe.
Nice.
so old you can hear the creak.
You think you'd like to fly one of these?
No.
You would want to try it?
No.
2 wee buttons. That's what Lily said.
I'd get lost. I'd probably make an emergency landing in the middle of the ocean and then drowned.
No. You wouldn't drown because I think one of these is like a flotation device.
Hopefully.
All right. Cool. All right. Okay. I think we can.
Your hand. You don't even need me.
So do this.
Can you envision yourself
One of these
going?
is the stop, one of these is the go.
If you ask the questions from over here, that'd be great.
Oh, I think one of these is the stop, and one of these is the go, and this is like, this turns it sideways.
Is that how you think it turns?
Yeah.
So,
And I think like this makes it stop and
how
makes it
many
go.
how many switches do you think are in there?
Like maybe about like I know it's over 50.
Yes, I think you're right about that one. Okay, that's no problem. I just want to know what Victoria was getting. All right, what are some of the controls in there? What do you think that they do?
Like I think some of the controls that they use to like do it is like to make it like stay safe, and if like they're trying to like attack you, there's
Yeah,
some
you're right.
that
This is a military engine, right?
yeah.
So, what do you think would be the coolest thing about being a pilot in this specific plane?
I feel like the coolest thing
Oh, I
is
can't
that-
hear you. Can you say that again?
I feel like the coolest thing that is all the controllers, because it takes a lot of work to do it.
Yeah. What how fast do you think you would go if you were the pilot of this plane?
Like about 10,000 miles per
Oh
hour.
yeah, that would be really fast, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
How long do you think it takes to learn how to fly this?
About maybe 5 months or something.
Oh, okay. Do you think the pilots have to take a lot of test runs in this before they get their license? Yeah, right? Okay.
Because there's tons of controls. Like how can you just learn in one control section?
So this is an older plane, right? So what do you think planes will look like in the future? Do you think that the cockpit will look different, or do you think it'll look the same? What do you think?
Like maybe it'll have some of the same controls, but some of them might be new.
Do you think there'll be like touch screens or something?
No.
No. Okay.
You think you could learn how to fly this? Or would you like to learn how to fly it?
Well, my dad works to make aircraft,
Yes, he does. Yeah.
so I feel like I can pretty much learn it pretty fast, actually.
You think you could learn fast? Okay.
Yeah, I'm very good at math.
Do you think knowing a lot about math and science is important to becoming a pilot? What do you think is the most important thing?
Out of those two,
Yeah, like what do you think is the most important thing about being a pilot?
well, saving lives and making sure other people are safe. And
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Okay. Well, thank you so much. When you want to hang out, I can help you out, or you got it?
yeah, I got it. I got it.
You got it? All right, buddy. You're brave. I would not. It's not. Oh, Gavin, you want to come over into the F-100? Cool. Oh, here's your plane. Need a hand, or you good?
No.
You're good? All right. Take a look around. Tell me what is some things you see in here?
Switches, dials, levers.
Can you picture yourself flying this? How would you fly it? Like, how would you hold that control? So, what do you think some of the controls in this cockpit do? There's a lot in there, right?
Yeah. Probably move the plane and throw bombs and.
Yeah, this is a military engine, so you're absolutely right. So this plane, do you know how fast it goes?
200 miles per hour.
Almost. It goes 2,000 miles per hour.
Oh.
That's really fast, right? Do you think that you could fly a plane that goes 2,000 miles an hour?
Maybe.
Maybe. Would you ever want to be a pilot?
Not really.
No? What do you think would be the coolest thing about being a pilot, though?
Flying it.
Pretty succinct. I would agree with that one. So do you think that do you like science and math?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think knowing a lot about science and math would help you fly a plane?
Maybe.
Maybe. What do you think is the most important thing to fly a plane? What do you think? It's a hard one, right? Well, I'll let you think about that one. What do you think, so this cockpit, it's really confusing, right? There's so many things now. What do you think that a cockpit in the future will look like? What do you think airplanes will be like in the future?
A little more advanced than this.
Like, what do you think would be different?
I don't. Probably that they'll have something different from this.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be like touch screens or robots or something?
Not really.
No? Okay. What's the most interesting part of this plane for you? This cockpit, I should
The
say.
controls.
Controls?
Yeah.
How long do you think it takes a pilot to learn how to navigate all these controls and learn how to fly? How long do you think?
A long time.
A long time? Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They take a lot of take months and months of education, and they go on lots of hours of flight. So you're absolutely right about that one. Anything else? All right.
Some good ones.
All right. Cool. Thank you so much, Gavin. You wanna head out? Sure. Need help? Hello. Okay. Yes, we're heading over right now. Yep.